Welcome, this is Mike from Lake Effect Games, bringing the semifinal doubleheader and the last doubleheader of the season for the 2025-26 TFL season. One second, just gotta grab my dice, because I forgot to do that. Alright. And our two games are, first, the Buffalo Outlaws, the number 3 Buffalo Outlaws, or the number 4 Buffalo Outlaws at the number 2 Los Angeles Icons. And our second game is the number 5 Dakota Devils and the number 1 DC Majors. So, let's get started. This is on TFL is played on Al Wilson's Fast Drive Football version 1, the dice version. This season is. We'll probably be switching to cards next season, later this year, whatever. So the Icons will get the ball first. So we are looking at either the Icons and the Icons and the Majors, the Icons and the Devils, the Outlaws and the Majors, or the Outlaws and the Devils. What do you think? All right, so average field position for Los Angeles. And their offense is prolific, dynamic, solid, shaky, and semi-solid, shaky, and semi-efficient. The Buffalo defense is active and undisciplined. And the Outlaws have an electric punt return. This was the last game of the regular season, I believe. One of the last games of the regular season that wasn't televised. And the Outlaws won in Los Angeles 29-23, so the Icons definitely not trying to repeat history here. 1-4-6. Staunch defense, no. So ball carrier, stiff arms a linebacker and sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Icons. So 5 minutes off the clock. And Quincy Hunt punches it through the end zone. And 64 and under. Extra point from Damon Hawkins is good. So the Icons start off 7-0. 25, so average field position for Buffalo. And the Outlaws offense is semi-dynamic, semi-solid, reliable, secure, and semi-inefficient. The Icons defense, which is what killed them in Week 18, is semi-mild. 5-5-6. Poor field position, no. Efficient drive capped off by short pass for the touchdown. Touchdown, Outlaws. So they answer right back. That was from Oliver Jensen Wright to Carson Mooney for the touchdown. And the extra point is good. 62 and under. So we are tied at 7. Icons in average field position. 126. Excuse me. All right. Reliable offense or meek defense? No and no. Shaky offense or aggressive defense? Yes, the Icons offense is shaky. Quarterback throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Or 52 for the interception. That is Simon Glover. And Buffalo will have the ball in great field position. Another 5.56. So that's going to be another passing touchdown. And that is from Oliver Jensen Wright to, once again, Carson Mooney. And the extra point is good. And the Outlaws take the lead 14-7. The Icons are always so close to getting to the championship, and then they just... Oh, wait. Average field position for the Icons. And that's going to take us into the second quarter. At the end of one, the score is 14-7 Buffalo over Los Angeles. And 2-2-5. Dull offense, no. Staunch defense, no. And that's a touchdown run for the Icons in an attempt to tie this game up. And that was once again Quincy Hunt. It's been a good 1-2 punch this season with Jermaine Dalby. And the extra point is good. So we are knotted up at 14. Poor field position for Buffalo with that bad decision to take it out of the end zone. One, 3-6. Prolific offense, no. Stiff defense, no. So that will be a punt. And only one tick, so that means it had to have been a 3 and out. All right, 51. So that's average field position for the Icons offense. Two, 3, 4. I've already made at least the field graphics for all 4 possible matchups. Dull offense, no. Staunch defense, no. So that's another touchdown for the Icons. It's going to be one of these types of games. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. That was a pass. So that's Spencer. 2. Spencer to Terrell Ingram. And the extra point is good. So it's now 21-7 Icons. Okay. Average field position for the Outlaws. 3, 4, 5. Dynamic or home offense? Yes. So that's going to be a field goal attempt for Zach Poole. We are halfway through the second quarter. And 53 is good. So 1 for 1, and the score is 21-17. So they are still behind. Average field position for the Icons. Sorry. 155. Secure offense, no. Clumsy offense or active defense? Active defense, so that will be a fumble. Let's see. $63. That is Devin Johns with the forced fumble. And let's see, 55. Craig Ragland with the recovery. In poor field position for Buffalo. Four, 5, 6. Season prior to 87? No. Dull offense? No. So that is a touchdown run. And let's see who the runner was. 42, that's Mitch Barrett. And the extra point, 62 and under, is good. Now the score is 24-21. Outlaws. Kickoff, average field position. Are the Icons efficient? Yes. So 1, 4, 5. Great field position, no. Inept defense, no. So a field goal attempt to tie it up at the half. Let's see. Hawkins. Needs a 46 and under. And he's got it. And at the half, we are tied at 24. Let's see. So, good game so far for the first half. Let me look at the Week 18 matchup. The score at halftime was 16-10 in that Week 18 matchup, and in favor of LA. But that half also ended with a field goal attempt by Damon Hawkins, but that one missed. All right, so Buffalo gets the ball first to start the third quarter. And that'll be in average field position. One, 4, 6. Staunch defense, no. So ball carrier stiff arms a linebacker and sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. .32. That is Jacoby Morgan this time. And the extra point is good. So the score is now 31-24. In the first half, Buffalo only went through one drive without scoring, and that ended in a punt. LA had 2, and they both ended with turnovers. One fumble, one interception. Average field position for the Icons, who are down by a touchdown. 1-3-5, and that's a fumble. Not good. .33. That is Roman Ochoa causing the fumble. We've got a possible touchdown return from Ochoa as he also recovered it. And a 5 or a 6 is a touchdown. No, it's a 4. So that is great field position for the Outlaws. 1-5-6. Poor field position, no. Great field position. That kicker trots out for the attempt. That's going to be a field goal. Poole looking for his second. And if he makes this, it'll be the first time either team has been up by more than one score. 55 and under. And he's got it. He's now 2 for 2. And the score is now 34-24 Buffalo. Icons in average position. 4-4-5. Erratic offense, no. Disciplined defense, no. So that is a field goal attempt. Going to at least get some of those points back, hopefully, for Hawkins. 46 and under. And he doesn't get it. Ouch. That's average field position for Buffalo. Three, 4, 6. Great field position, no. Erratic offense or disciplined defense, no. So a field goal attempt by Poole is how we're going to end the third quarter. 55 and under, and he's got it. And he is 3 for 3. And the score is now 37-24. It's starting to get away from the Icons. And that is the end of the third quarter. The score is the Buffalo Outlaws 37, the Los Angeles Icons 24. Possible fumble. Kick fumble. Four. That is a return team in poor position, so the Icons do manage to get it back in their hands. Man, not the best case scenario, but better than the alternative. 2, 3, 4. Dull offense, no. Staunch defense, no. And that's a touchdown pass. So some points on the board here. So Chase Spencer to Lee Roberts. And the extra point is good. So the score is now 37-31. Too early for an onside kick or anything like that. Great field position, as the Outlaws are not electric on the kickoff. But with a game like this, you don't want to allow great field position. 2-6-6. Don't want to let them use that much clock either. Passive defense, no. Clumsy offense or active defense, no. So a punt. And this is only the second possession Buffalo's had all game where they haven't scored. Really? Well, it looks like it's another possible fumble. So, average field position for the receiving team. These dice are just really not being fair to the Icons now. One, 4, 6. Let's see, 1, 4, 6. Staunch defense, no. Ball carrier, stiff arms, the linebacker, and sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Icons, and I retract my previous statement. That is a touchdown run for the Icons, specifically for Jermaine Dalby. His first of the game. They are now tied at 37. Extra point is good. So the score is now 38-37. LA. Great field position for Buffalo. Are they inefficient? As they are semi. No, they're not inefficient. But they are going to throw a pick. So the Buffalo offense finally coughs it up, and it's at the worst possible time. That is Wallace McCain. And average field position for LA. So as long as like a pick six doesn't happen, they should be good. Icons are 2 minutes and 30 seconds from the third TAY BOWL. 3, 4, 4. That is going to be a 2-pointer. Like 2 tick, you know what I mean? 3, 4, 4. Mild or undisciplined defense? Yes, undisciplined defense. So finishing up with a Hawkins field goal attempt. It doesn't matter if they make it or not. They are going to the final. And it's no good. And it looks like this time Hawkins may have just booted it to a lucky fan. And that is the end of the game. The final score is the Los Angeles Icons 38, the Buffalo Outlaws 37. And that is the end of what was a dominant season, an almost dominant regular season for Buffalo. And that is the end of their season. Okay, so we are now going to find out, well, we're going to start the process of finding out who the Icons' opponent is going to be. See, either team could have won that first game and it technically not be considered an upset. Sure, LA had a better record, was a division champion, and they were at home. But Buffalo had a better overall regular season record, and they had already beaten LA in LA. So that wasn't necessarily a home field advantage, really. Anyway, welcome to the second TFL 2025 semifinal matchup between the Dakota Devils and the DC Majors. Those of you just tuning in, we're pretending they're just coming in now, as you know, they just press play and video starts at the beginning. But those of you just tuning in, the Icons have beaten the Outlaws 38-37 and are headed to the third TAY BOWL to face one of these teams, the Dakota Devils or the DC Majors. And the Majors will get the ball first. And average field position This is one of those where I have to use 2 letters on the team naming because they both start with D. 3, 5, 6. Oh. The Majors offense is prolific, dynamic, and efficient. And the Dakota defense is undisciplined. 3, 5, 6. Disciplined offense. No. Reliable offense or meek defense? No. And we start with an interception. We start with Lonnie Jones throwing a pick. So a good start for Dakota. Let's see how this plays out here. 51. That is Billy Velez. And Dakota is in great field position. The Dakota offense is prolific, clumsy, and semi-inefficient. DC defense is blank. Neither team has any kind of electric. 1-3-5. So they get the ball, they lose the ball. To a fumble. Forced out by Joe Worrell. Picked up by Perry Griggs. And it'll be average field position for the Majors. Oh, average, idiot. All right. Beep. 2-4-6. Dull offense. Neither one has that. Runner turns the corner, has nothing but daylight. Touchdown run, Majors. And that run scored by the MVP himself, Devin McKnight. Extra point, 61 and under is good. So 7-0 Majors. Each team already has a turnover. .53, that is average field position for Dakota. .446. Poor field position, no. Quarterback moves out of the pocket, fires to the back of the end zone, and touchdown pass Dakota. This is already looking like this could be one of those games. Ethan Murray launches it. Caught by Ellison Greenlake. And the extra point, 63 and under, is good. And we are tied at 7. Are we going to get another high-scoring game? It is two great offenses. Well, two really good offenses versus two mediocre at best defenses. Okay, 15 for a kickoff. Returner muffs the catch and is caught before he can get upfield. So poor field position for the Majors. One, two, three. So that'll be a punt. Third down pass is forced into coverage, incomplete. That'll be a 3 and out. And poor field position for Dakota. What are you playing, horse? Three, 3, 5. It's a good thing one of those threes wasn't a 1 or a 2. Great field position, no. Drive stalls just short of field goal range, so that's going to be a corner punt. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. The score is tied at 7 here at the TFL semifinal. All right, so corner punt, that is DC back in poor field position. Sometimes I get like these strings where it'll be a whole bunch of poor in a row or a whole bunch of great in a row. And I don't know, it just for some reason feels weird to me. Even though it shouldn't. 1-1-3. Poor field position, yes. Big third down stop near midfield forces the punt. And I think I hear my cat. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, I know. I know, Mittens. Give me a... Meow. Aw. I love you too. All right. 32. That is poor field position for Dakota. And that's going to be a punt. A 3 and out. $64. That is great field position for DC. So let's see what they can do with this. 2-3-6. Prolific offense, yes. Quarterback audibles, takes advantage of the mismatch for the score. Touchdown, Majors. Touchdown pass, so that's Lonnie Jones. 2-25, that is Scott Gray. Extra point is good. So that is now 14-7 Majors. We are halfway through the second quarter. And that's average field position for Dakota. 1-2-3. So that will be a punt. And poor field position for the Majors. All right. DC, well, they're in the lead, so it doesn't matter anyway. 4-6-6. Staunch defense, no. Impressive drive ends with a great passing catch. Touchdown, Majors. So that is a touchdown pass from Jones. Lonnie Jones to Kendall Hurdle. And the extra point, 61 and under, is good. Score is now 21-7. And average field position for the Devils. 3-5-6. Doesn't matter. It's halftime. And the score at the half, it is Dakota. Well, it's DC 21, Dakota 7. And the Devils will get the ball first in the second half. So here we go. Average field position for them. Here come the Dakota Devils for the second half. We've got an unusual result. Table B, as we are in average field position. So 26. Personal foul brings back a beautiful touchdown run. Offense has to punt. Ow. So 3 and a punt. And that's great field position for the Majors for their first possession in the second half. You want to talk about a team that's dominated this year? That would be the Devils. Or not, that would be the Majors. Lost 2 games all year. 1-2-5. Solid offense. No. Punishing defense? No, so that's a punt. Those 2 losses. Let's see. No. Week 15, a loss to Boston at home, 38-13. Meow. And an overtime loss to the Cleveland Coyotes in week 2 by a score of 36-32. So they had a loss in week 2, which is why nobody saw them coming for a little while. So average field position for the Devils. 1-1-3. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, no. So a field goal attempt. They're going to need more than that. But Mark Dunton. Best field goal kicker remaining. Die-wise. 63 and under. He's got it. And the score is now 21-10. And average field position for DC. One, two, six. Reliable offense or meek defense? No and no. Shaky offense or aggressive defense? No and no. So a punt for the majors. All right, so average field position for the Devils with Ethan Murray and his offense. 1, 2, 4. Let's see. Season prior 2014, no. Great field position, no. So a punt. $14. So 14 on a 6, runners in the open. Nope. So that is average field position for the DC majors. We've got an unusual result this time for the majors. Table B. $13. Under pressure, quarterback heaves a desperation pass, and it's caught. Touchdown, majors. So that's 3. Jones to 46. That is Carriger. And the extra point, 61 and under, is good. Score is now 28-10. And great field position for Dakota, as they are not electric. That's going to take us into the fourth quarter. The score after 3, the DC Majors 28, the Dakota Devils 10. So 5-5-6, poor field position, no. Efficient drive capped off by a short pass for the touchdown. So touchdown, Devils. And that is Murray to Huff. And let's see. It's too early for 2-point conversions, so 63 and under is good. So it's now 28-17. Average field position for the majors. 2-2-4. Aggressive defense, no. Disciplined defense, no. So a punt. We're down to 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 65, that's great field position again for Dakota. So is this final going to be cross country or is it going to be a division rivalry? 3-5-6. Disciplined offense. No. Reliable offense or meek defense? No. So that is an interception. Which should put the lid on this, really. 41. That is Edward Ashley with the interception. And DC will be in poor field position. Three, 5-5. Prolific offense, yes. He's through the hole and nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Majors. And that will seal it. As Devin McKnight pulls open DC's seat for the table. And the extra point is good. Score is now 35-17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Average field position for Dakota. And we've got another unusual result. I don't remember the last time we had 3 of those in one day, in one game. So table B, 35. Field goal attempt is blocked. Average starting field position for the defense. Wow, these dice have really been against Dakota this game. And there's no coming back. There's no walking that statement back, unlike it when I did for Los Angeles. So, 2. Dunton. Field goal blocked. So he is, the count is 1 for 2. And probable last possession as DC heads to meet Los Angeles for the table. 4-5-6. Season prior to 87, no. Double offense, no. Touchdown run to cap it off. Some might say this is running up the score, but it's a dice game. 65, so that's the tight end Malik Huff with the run this time. Doing it as the backup running back. As wrong player. Lonnie Jones running it in. As McKnight waved to the crowd and sat down. And the extra point is good. And the final score is, hold on one second, I just gotta, well, it's the DC Majors 42, the Dakota Devils 17. Let's see. I just got to mark it down for the thing. 10. So 42-17, and that is it for the Dakota Devils. So as I previously mentioned, dear viewers, get a look at our third TAY BOWL. It's the Los Angeles Icons and the DC Majors. And we will see you then. Until then, enjoy games. That's what they're there for. TFL football is played this season on Al Wilson's Fast Drive Football version 1. So, until the TAY BOWL, have a great night.